Okay, good afternoon people. Right, Paul, rate my beer in my Corona extra jumper. But I'm not doing Corona extra today. I'm doing Bud. I've gone in at 0. So, kind of mix it up. I'm doing Bud with cheddar flavour Salami Crisps that I've opened to make sure I don't mess up on the review. As we found out, well, we weren't actually drinking Bud, we were drinking Stella with it, but we found out that the cheddar flavour go pretty much with lager. So, remember this is first pour out the machine, so, whoa, okay, you can tell. Okay. Anyone with any brains you see would pour a bit first, then you've got me, hold on. Now, with regards to this keg, it's still very lively. I must say special thanks to Steve, because Steve kindly gave me his code, so I got the keg through buying 3 for free and free postage. So yeah, in with our promotion that was happening. Cool, this is lively. Okay, very lively today. At least you know the review's real and it's not stitched up. As you can see, you have the exclusive 5-finger head. Now, how can I put it? I don't mind a Bud, to be honest. It gets panned on Facebook beer groups, which I feel a lot of the time people go way overhead of it. Like they drink Camden at 4.5, yet they call Bud at 5% piss water. But I don't get it. I remember, was it the early 90s, mid 90s? I've said this before. When you used to go to the pubs, you used to have in Kronenberg, Larnbrow, basically a load of crap. You go into a pub and you see Budweiser on draft and you're like, wow, thank you very much. Yeah, I know that's going back 20 odd years, okay, granted, but as you can see, it is a lively pint, excellent carbonation, lovely golden colour. King of beers. I don't quite agree with that one, granted, but and all said and done, in my opinion, I mean, I've got another 2 kegs there because I brought a pack of beer all to get the metallic glasses. Took them on holiday with me and kind of lost them. I don't know how. Michelle said we unpacked them, so they're here somewhere. So yeah, we've got a few kegs of Bud. We've got the 2 there. This one came for free off matey. As I say, this is one of my favourite snacks. If you haven't heard of them, Buck and Bird, I'll put a link in the thing. I had to have a few of these. I do prefer the chili flavour, but you also get cheddar and also original. So there's your salami there. Now what these do, obviously they're rich in protein, as it tells you, gluten free, no MSG. They're basically relatively good for you. Not a lot of fat, not a lot of saturates, low carbohydrates, very small amount of sugars, as I say, high protein and not a lot of salt. But the one thing is with these, they bring out the flavour. Like this at 0 degrees. It's sunny here today in Kent, and this is perfect for me. It really brings out your straight away. You're getting your zestiness. You're getting your lemon and your malts. And yeah, that's not the greatest beer on the PD by a long shot. And I can't say that it is, but I'll tell you one thing. That's a lot better than drinking a bottle of Bud or a can of Bud. But you have a couple of these beauties. Really crunchy. And it does, it really brings some depth to the Budweiser. I mean, Michelle wanted to do this review, but unfortunately she's not tasting a lot. So I don't really want to waste the salami crisps on her. She can have a Bud later if she fancies it. It's a lovely, zesty, citrus aftertaste on that. And like I say, for me, I don't get it with all this with Bud, how bad it is and everything that everyone says. I've never had a problem with it. As I say, and again, I don't mind a Corona either. I prefer Corona if I was going on one of the two. But I say, there's all this love for Camden, and you're like, well, hold on a minute. You've got Hasselroder, you've got Spaten, you've got Lowenbrow, Stella Unfiltered. I'm not forgetting Hertong and Jupiter. Mm. 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 I say, them crisps really bring out the flavour of the Bud as well. I say, it brings more depth to it, which I say, I don't get it, you know. It's a 5% beer, and when it came out, we were so taken in with Bud, everyone seems to forget, you know. When it came out on draft in the pubs, it was absolutely lovely. And I know some people do like Budweiser, but, you know, Jesus, a certain beer group, everyone took all their free kegs on the last promotion and still whinged about it. It's like, for fuck's sake, you ain't even paid for it. You know, I'm going to pour it down the sink. It's a little bit over the top. It is more of a summer drink, don't get me wrong, but is it really that bad? I beg to differ. I say, the Salami Crisps do really help. I'll put a link into them if you haven't tried them, but the best ones, they're worth a try. The best ones are these with the Weizen beer. That is a match made. The chili flavour, some people find them a little bit hot. I don't find them hot at all, but they've got that spice to them. But these, you know, the cheddar ones, absolutely full of flavour, as are the original ones. But they do bring out the flavour in the beer as well, which kind of helps. But for me, at 0 degrees, and that is at 0 there, you can't probably see it, but I say, that's going at 0, that's well drinkable. I always say with a lager, and I argue with so many people over this, when they say you've got to go higher on the temperature, you're killing the flavour. You're not killing the flavour. The flavour's all there. It's citrusy, it's lemony, the same as it's always been, and the same as it always will be. Going down to 0 does not kill the flavour. And these only enhance it as well. Mm. But yeah, it's held its head, as you can see. Not flat as a pancake, that. I don't know. It was very lively though, wasn't it? But there you go. But yeah, for me, Bud's still a yes. It's definitely a yes as well. I'm not going to give no ratings because, as I say, this was just showing that they go with them. And just a revisit on Bud, something we've done before. I think I scored it as high as 8 out of 10. Would I go on 8 in the winter? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe a little bit lower, but that's irrelevant. It's still a yes. It's nowhere near as bad as what people say. And as I say, thanks to Steve again for ensuring I got my keg for free. You know, it's always going to taste better for free, people will say, but not really. Right, thanks for watching. Bonjour.